Good night, fellow punchers. The clock on the wall says it's 8 minutes away from 10 o'clock on Thursday night. Back with a plethora of stuff for tomorrow and Saturday. I'm putting a Lucky 15 together for Saturday with horses we know. Want to get it out of the way. Today we had a single and a double. The single was Pimlico Point, wasn't it? I knew the minute I seen the back of the horses after 100 yards. The ground, heavy ground. It was real Limerick heavy. I thought that ground would be drying out today. Not making excuses, but that horse won on yielding to soft, where it made 160,000. And a good to soft would be his preferred ground. But I thought that ground would be better than that today, which was more than hock deep. He got tired. Definitely a race or two in that horse. Whatever we lost today, we'll get it back, no problem, during the spring. Tedley ran well enough. Just got outstayed by a better one who made a hash of a lot of the hurls, and I thought after the last we had a right good chance of getting into the winning position, but not to be. The reason I put up the double, if the first one won, would be free rolling on to the second one, because I didn't put up two single bets. I had a dread about the distance for Mumbles. I don't know why they brought it back in trip. They should have brought it up in trip. Again, bringing that, if that was a 2-4 today, Mumbles would have won. I'd have been sweetening him. I did say last night that if it was only for he won, I wouldn't be putting him up today. So we're staying loyal to him. But Mumbles and Pimlico Point, they will win again. I don't know about that Tedley. Probably maybe a 2-2. But anyway, whatever will be, will be. On to tomorrow. Tomorrow, for a Friday, is not great stuff at all, to be honest. There's a juvenile hurdle, 4-year-olds only, a little bit short of 2 mile, 7 declared. There's 3 of these entered in the Triumph hurdle. Mr. Philosophy is one. First run from Rebecca Menzies after coming from France. Looked pretty decent. It ran a good few times on the flat. No hurdle experience. It was bought for 70k privately in November. Golden Maverick makes its first run over hurdles as well. It was bought 100k out of Ian Williams' yard for Jamie Snowden. The one I did like the last day's performance, I thought, and I said straight away, Unlucky will win next time. It was 2-1 earlier. It was rated 87 on the flat, which is with Johnny G. Ran in Hereford first time to Goblet of Fire, who showed improvement from the flat form because it's only rated in the high 50s, rarely 60s. But we'll see. Maasai Mara was a bit unlucky, I thought. His run was blocked on the rail. But he has the experience of that run, and he jumped okay. That's him in third,
Paris
on the right.
Here's 2 out. Goblet of Fire taking on Nachtgeist. Again, almost inseparable over the flight, racing down into the dip. Goblet of Fire now moving on as Nachtgeist comes under firmer pressure. Maasai Mara being finessed into it by Nick Schofield, the light blue and red third. Silverbridge working hard to stay in touch on the inner, trying to claim the bend into the straight. Goblet of Fire then leading them into the last quarter mile. Just one to jump. Maasai Mara now ranging up to have a crack, and these two beginning to open up. Goblet of Fire being asked for more by James Bowen. Schofield now out on the right, shakes up Maasai Mara into the wings of the final flight. Goblet of Fire a length up on landing, perhaps a little more fluent than Maasai Mara, who has to regather the momentum. Halfway up the running they come. Goblet of Fire, Maasai Mara short of daylight, just running out of racing room close home. That allows Goblet of Fire to assert from Maasai Mara with Nachtgeist back.
Would he have got up on the inside? We'll never know. but he was making a good fist at it. He hadn't asked him for the full whack. That's the selection in that race. Golden Maverick is the favourite. Oh, Maasai has gone favourite now. It was 7-4, 2-1 earlier on. Maasai with a bit of experience is the one for that. I doubt if we'll see any of the three of them unless the other two are above normal in the Triumph Hurl. It's bad now when we have to go elsewhere across the globe to find a couple other bets. But I was looking at Bahrain and there's a bet here, I thought. Local Dynasty opened up 6-5 and it's 1-3 now. But if when I look at the market again, Passion and Glory is 6-1. That's an 8-year-old. Sabin Sarur has not had a winner since last October. I pointed that out last week. Now this would be a good, decent enough, horse from before. Isle of Jura, number 4, is a 6-1 shot, and Zagata, the bottom one, is 9-1. But Lucander is 14-1, and it's rated 104, only £2 behind the favourite. But it was 4th in this race last year. And a decent horse, Warren Point, won it as well. And if we look at Lucander's form, he actually beat Isle of Jura the last day by a short head. They were on level weights that day. He was third to him the previous day, but he was giving him, I think, to £6 or £7 that day. But if we look back to last year, the Warren Point won it. And it had won a handicap in Bahrain, and then it was 5th to the Kovacs Kid. It was 4th beaten 4.5 lengths. And then it beat Zagata after that in February of 2023. So it looks like it has been trained for the race. I know it's a 7-year-old. It used to be with UK and Irish followers, well, all racing followers. It used to be with Ray Beckett, and it's a decent horse. But at 14-1, if there's a market without the favourite, because I think the favourite will win it, Local Dynasty. But if there's a market without the favourite, I think he could have the measure of the other two that's above him in the betting. That one in Meydan the last day. He's no Warren Point, I don't think, but I should see that there now to 3rd to Burdett Road and King's Warrior and San Antonio, winning off 94. If there's a market without the favourite, I can't find one right now, and there's no betting on the screen here, like there usually is. So that's one lifted out. There's one then tomorrow. There's a nice little race in Dubai. There's a listed race. It's over 6 furlongs. There's the favourite is trained by George Bowie. It's Wallbank. It used to be trained by your man, what do you call him? French. Lochnain first. Won a handicap the last day. Time was okay, but I'm with Mischief Magic. And this is my nap of the day. Charlie Appleby is flying it. 9 for 22, that's nearly 41%. But this is a former Breeders' Cup winner as a 2-year-old when it won beat Dramatised in Keeneland. That was over 5.5 furlongs. Beat Dramatised, Persian Force, a lot of love rains, decent horses. Won last October, beat Aramis Grey in Kempton. Then it was 5th in a listed race in Lingfield to William Twee. I hope William Twee, he won for us a couple of times. Remember the horse with the orange colours? He's supposed to be out. He's into for Sunday in Lingfield. Let's hope he goes again. He's done us a couple of good turns. But the last day in the good listed race before Christmas, behind Pontus, Ladies' Church, that was a right good race. We'll just have a quick look at it. That was over 5 furlongs. This is a 6 furlong horse. And it's in the, as we look at this, it's in the Godolphin blue colours. Watch the way it finishes. Pontus ran again since and won.
It's clear here of Bill Heil, starting to pick up here. Bill Heil in the Sheikh Ahmed colours. He is trying to reel in Pontos, who is very brave on the inside. It is Pontos, a length and a half. Bill Heil tries. Bill Heil misses. Pontos in the Erdajal to my dash. 3/4 on the line. Bill Heil second. Third over a photo. Not much in it between Thunder of Niagara.
So, with Buick in the plate tomorrow again. Ladies' Church would have won a good listed race last year for Johnny Murtagh, and it actually was sort of fancied for World Cup Day, but it hasn't shown any form since, and it was actually 6th in that race that day. It won its first race last year. No, it was second, sorry. It was second at 5 furlongs, but beat Moss Tucker. Remember we had the forecast that day, last day in Naas, 21st of May, but it seems to be better over 5 than 6. The selection is better over 6. On we go to Saturday. 4 horses that we know a good bit about. We're going to stick them in a lucky 15, or an each way lucky 15. Get it out of the way tonight. The first one is our buddy, Transmission. I'm going against Ed Keeper, who done us a good turn the time it ran before, but we have to include Transmission. It only went up £6, but the way £6, you remember the way it ran the last day, and when the miracle ride by Joe Anderson. I won't show the race. Well, we'll show the finish of it. We will. Why wouldn't we? There was a lot of shouting in the stretch the last day by bus passengers that got him home.
Half a mile to go and 2 left to jump, and this is where Ramo takes over. But look at Transmission moving into a share of second. Amazingly still in the contest under Joe Anderson off that miracle recovery. He's about to take second place on Transmission. This would be sub-performance. Could he win? Ramo's the leader though on the home turn. Here comes Transmission into second place. To the outside, Hititi is running on. Behind those is Annual Invictus. Over the second last, Ramo is being pressed by Transmission in the centre. He's come to hit the front. Hititi is back in third. They head towards the final hurdle, and Transmission is the leader at the last. He jumps it big and bold. Hititi in second. Back in third is Ramo, and then Annual Invictus. Can he see it out? Transmission, he's clear. He's going to win this for Neil Mulholland and Joe Anderson. Ride of the month. Ride of the season, it's Transmission who wins.
Ride of the lifetime. Up to the £6. We will remember that Ed Keeper made a mistake the last day and he finished third. But it's interesting that Transmission, since that run, Mulholland thinks a bit of this horse, I heard. And if we look at the future entries, he's entering the Albert Bartlett. So for them to enter that in the Albert Bartlett, he'd have to be winning this to go there. That's my interpretation of it. So this is a handicap. He's off 125. He's getting what off Ed Keeper? Ed Keeper is 138. Getting nearly a stone. So that's one. And then in the following race, there is a handicap chase for 10 runners. Again, if this was a 3.5 mile race, I'd be very sweet on Dom of Mary. Dom of Mary, but Dom of Mary is learning how to do the job. That won for us a day we had a double during, it was on a Sunday, wasn't it? To the day with Transmission, same day. Got to put the two of them in. But even before that, it ran 6th to Melina Skerrill in Cheltenham, and that was over 3-4 nearly. As I said, I prefer it if it was further, but it's a 9-2 shot, so it will include that. And we go to Leopardstown. We have 2 horses here that we have backed before. We're going to stick them in as well. And one of them is Panda Boy. Even though we have music of Tiara in the same race, I think Panda Boy is a classier horse. It's also, I said it there, and I'm going to write it up on the selection or the description tonight. This is 40-1 for the Grand National. It's rated in the low round 40s. He's targeting him for it, so that would be. I don't mind having a 40-1 shot. Let's go for an each way selection of the Grand National. I wouldn't be putting up 20s only if it was a month away from the race, but that this far out, we know it's going for it. We can chance it. But if we look at the last time it ran over hurdles, going back, when in the time it won in 2021 to that winter fog, that which is 128. That was on soft ground, and I actually backed to that at 16-1, and I was thinking this needs soft ground, but the trainer reckons that he's better on better ground, so I don't know. That's why I backed to that day, to that on soft ground. But the last time it ran in Punchestown, it done no good at all. It was hammered off 136, but maybe it was just tired for the season. But it's off 134. Clearly they're trying to get a pot out of the 60,000. They'll all be trying. Music of Tiara. It won for us the last day at Christmas, but the form wasn't frank the other day with that one Helico Conte. Didn't do the form any good. That's one. And then we have in the fourth, the handicap chase. A horse that won for us the last day, and it's the folks Tiara, back to the 10s, and what it finished up. Well, let's see. It was the day that Pat Duro was coming up on its inside, and Rachel sort of closed the door. Pat Duro fell. Well, Pat Duro was second since, and it went up £4 for it. This went up £6. Pat Duro, I think it went up 4, wasn't it? It's off running 136 now, which is 132 that. Yeah, it's gone up £4. Actually, it went up £4 for falling. I hate when that happens. So that's a 6-7-1 shot there. That's, and not the 4. Oh no. Yeah, that's the 4. So we have Panda Boy, the Folks Tiara, Transmission, and Dom of Mary are the 4. And the rest is there's really sort of two win bets. If anyone, so I don't know if you can't get a without the betting for that. But back at each way at 14-1. Hopefully then. But it's a better bet. Or place only, I think it's 6-4 or 7-4. So newcomer on the bus, Mark Mitchell. That's Mark spelt with a C. And I didn't get back this evening at all. Few things to do. It's amazing when you're going away for a couple of days, the things you have to tidy up and get done out of the way. Although with the bank holiday on Monday, you never know. We might stay 2 nights in Dublin. We'll see how we get on, and we'll see how the health is. Anyway, bash the bookies, over and out.